Yes, we're ready.
Hi, I'm Tom Hood. We're here at Dallas, and with some leadership from the Texas Society of CPAs, we're talking about the second Future Forum that we just completed. So if you would introduce yourselves to the camera, and then we'll kick off.
Our first session.
I'm Donna Wesling. I'm the chair-elect for the Texas Society of CPAs.
And I'm John Sharbaugh. I'm CEO of the Texas Society of CPAs.
So John and Donna participated in today's Future Forum. So would you tell us what was the experience like? Kind of what stuck out for you all as you listened to? We had about 45 CPAs from Texas here today.
I thought it was to me, the core vision and values and competencies were all still relevant from the plan that was done before, from the Vision Project, but the world that we're going to be carrying those competencies out in has changed so much and is changing so much more rapidly, I think, than it did before. It was interesting that the young people here took things like the diversity of the workplace and the technology for granted, where those are big issues for us trying to figure out how to go forward.
Yeah, some neat perspective from some young folks. John, how about you? What's your?
I guess the perspective thing, it seemed like there was a commonality on what some of the major trends were, but it was different people's perspectives about those trends that was different. And so I heard some things that I wouldn't have thought personally coming from other people on the same trend. I thought of the trend, but I didn't think of some of the perspectives that people were bringing to it. And then looking at the existing vision, like Donna, it still seems pretty solid. That's one of the things that I guess stood out to me, is that, hey, this still looks pretty good, but there are some things based on these new trends that we see that maybe we can meld into it. And I think it still serves as an aspirational statement for the profession. I don't know that we'll ever totally get there, but it's good to have a goal and to be looking out into the future and thinking of ways that we can help our members and our own organizations try to achieve on some of these things.
Yeah, and so any particular things that really you went, wow, I didn't really think about that until I had this conversation.
I don't know if I had thought about it, but the collaboration issue that we brought up came to mind for me because I sort of work like that already because I'm a sole practitioner, and I'm finding more and more even global issues coming into my practice, where when I first started practicing, we didn't even worry about other states, much less other countries. So I have to collaborate with other professionals in order to do my job. So it's interesting that that's becoming more of a trend to me. I thought that was an interesting insight.
Yeah, big conversation about that. John, how about you?
I guess one thing that stood out to me was the comment from the researcher about the fact that, going back, everybody thought technology was going to drive the move to global, which it has, but now we're having this reverse trend of going local. So you're going to have global and local going on at the same time. I think that's going to challenge our organizations in both directions to try to serve and compete in both of those spheres.
Right, you have to emphasize local and global, and then you have to figure out what the competition that could be coming from that, those kind of things too.
For the society, I think we have to worry, and for the institute, you have to worry about how you're going to have meetings in the future. How are you going to, if we're talking about trying to get the young people to come in, the face-to-face time may not be as important to them as it was to our generation. So we have to think about how to make all that work and keep the organization alive.
A lot of talk about this, the scarcity of resources. Remember, he said that things made of atoms could be scarce, and you could see price hikes, and things made of bits could become really, really cheap. And there was a lot of conversation about commuting and gas price and all that. That was kind of interesting, and how that might flow through to some of these services and tweaks to the vision for the future. Final comment: why should CPAs come here to these, and why?
I think it helps give you a more global perspective on what's going on. It's very easy to be in your little organization doing whatever your organization does and sort of forget about what's going on in the world. It helps you kind of step outside those bounds and maybe think about, if we don't think about how all these trends are going to affect us, then they're going to blindside us. But if we think about it now and start planning for it, then hopefully we can be adept at changing.
Yeah. John, how about you?
Same thing. Plus, I think if you're trying to build a vision for the profession, it's important that members of the profession be involved in that. And so if you don't want somebody else to hand it to you, it's an opportunity to be participatory and provide your input either through these live forums or going to the website, providing your input through the survey form that's there. But that way, we get collective knowledge from a lot of people that can help us hone in on really where we want to try to be 15 years down the road.
Yeah. So I think that the message here for everyone is this is our profession, and if we really want to think about the future, this is a chance to weigh in, whether it's online through the Horizons Project or at one of those future forums. So thank you guys again for hosting this and being here.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Awesome.